It's time for the Steve and Kyle podcast with Steve.
It was at that point where I had to make a decision. Because the grenade's already in my hand. Fingers on the pin.
Yep.
Now, if I pull that pin...
There's only one way to find out if that's a live grenade or if that's a dud, Steve.
I did what I thought was the smartest thing to do. And I didn't say a goddamn thing.
And Kyle.
That follow could have been, yeah, I said what I said.
Come upstairs. Let me kick you in the balls.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Did you need me to tell it to your stupid-looking face?
P.S. You're fat. I don't like you. I only married you to get children. Got him.
Job
You're
done.
useless now.
Yeah, job done, and I rendered your children making useless. So, be gone.
Now, here they are, two guys who are living in style, Steve and Kyle.
Thank you, Melissa Vaughn. It's been a while since we thanked her. I mean, at least 10 minutes.
Approximately. You think
You may be surprised to know we had some technical issues.
not our fault? I'm not even. You know, I'm done.
No.
I'm done taking blame for this.
Yeah.
I mean, and by me, I mean us, because we didn't do anything.
Yep.
Actually, this was our best effort yet at nipping him in the butt.
Yeah.
You noticed it.
I noticed
Within 10 seconds of it missing.
We lost probably 3 minutes. 3 minutes of award-winning content.
God, were they good. It's just a bummer because that was our official entry into the politics category for the Podconey Awards this year.
I'm going to put it up there with the Surfer story.
And now it's gone. So if you wanted Steve's thoughts on all the political hullabaloo,
Yeah. Oh, we got so in-depth.
you are...
We each gave our endorsements for 2024.
Our predictions,
Yeah.
our thoughts on local state races.
All this in 2 minutes.
Listen, we were cooking. I did just pull up Melissa Vaughn's Voice Bank page, which is Voice Bank London. She's working.
Good. Good for her.
I like to think of it that you and I were the ramp from which she launched into superstardom.
Into the stratosphere?
Yeah, that one page that we sent her that she was so kind enough to record for us for monetary payment. And it has since launched her into an otherworldly voice acting career.
Boy, I'm excited. It's a big Sunday.
Oh, my
the
God.
The biggest Sunday of the year.
Easter Sunday.
No, not quite.
No?
No. It is
World Series
nope.
Sunday.
No. It's Big Game Day, and we say Big Game Hoopla down in Arizona Day.
The big hoopla down in Arizona. The BHA.
Yeah, the BHDIA.
The
I think you at least use
Do you have to use the D?
at least D, probably
I
not
guess if
the
we're
I.
I guess if we're going big hoopla down in Arizona, which we have in our official records, we have referred to it as the big hoopla down in Arizona.
Yeah.
If we were to retcon that entire history and say that we're going with just big hoopla in Arizona, I think we could drop the I and just go BHA.
Okay.
But we can't. It's now the BHDIA. And if you're going to have the D, you have to have the I. You can't have one or the other.
Yeah.
You can't pick and choose.
Some call it the BHDIA. You know.
There's some out there doing that. It is, Steve.
It's a big day.
It is. Now, we get to endure this every year where I get to complain, why isn't it on a Saturday? And
You and
everybody.
how many people are in America? 350 million? Okay. You and about 340 million people.
It is still inexplicable to me. I don't understand the obstinance and why the NFL feels like they need to keep it on Sunday, just because a lot of their games are on Sundays.
I saw some article. Well, I saw the title of an article recently.
I appreciate you clarifying that before I ask for any details.
I saw the title of an article recently. Didn't find it interesting enough to dig into it any further.
Sure.
But it was titled something like the day after the Super Bowl could be an official holiday if these next steps are taken by Congress or whatever. And it was, I'm assuming that it was, they're just going to invent some fake holiday and then make it just one of those floating holidays where it's like, oh, it could be this, like Easter. Easter fluctuates, like Easter bounces around by like a month in either direction.
That's such a similar idea as to daylight saving time where,
By the way, I appreciate your correct
I did.
usage
I fixed
of daylight
the drop the S.
Saving time, even though nobody does it.
No. And it feels
wrong,
odd off the tongue to not include that S on saving.
Yep.
But
by the way, Toby stinks.
I do not smell any.
Toby, I smell something, and it smells so bad. And I'm just assuming that it is the creature in the room that repeatedly eats poop and then licks its butthole.
You don't know my life. It is 2 times a year, though.
By the way, I'm over here wheeling and dealing on Facebook.
Okay, good. And I'm trying to keep an eye on that clock.
Yeah. Don't worry, we got 3 minutes.
Terrified again. 2 times a year, people complain to their local senators and congressmen and whatnot because DST hits, and they lose 1 hour of sleep once a year. And it just, they'll never recover from it. And the Super Bowl. They won it on a Saturday. So I'm glad to know we're using our politicians in our legislature for the correct reasons of contacting them because I want to watch a football game.
You know, BHDA comes only once a year.
And a lot of times, it's BHDA and BHDN. Next year, it's in Nevada.
Yeah.
A lot of times, BHDF. Down in Florida. You can pretty much draw a line and presume it's going to be south of that line.
Yeah, except for like the, was it Super Bowl 50? It was in
Detroit.
Oh, what was the one? I thought it was.
Oh, no, you're right.
That was in, it was at the Meadowlands in New York.
I think anytime they get a new stadium.
It was in New Jersey.
Anytime teams build a new stadium, part of the deal.
Was that new then?
I'm pretty sure the Giants have a newish stadium. Did Philly get one after? Or no, they just renamed the Link. Right? They didn't get a new stadium, right?
Yeah, because the Link has been there, oh, God, probably 15 years at this point. No, more than that, because I know I was there a couple of times, and I've been here 13 years.
Okay. So they didn't build a new one, but they just renamed it. But
I think that stadium's always been Lincoln Financial Field. I'm pretty sure.
Is it still the Link?
Yeah.
Pull it up. Are you serious?
Yeah.
I thought they had lost naming rights.
No.
Because it's so strange. And what is that syndrome called, Steve, where you have thought
Munchausen's.
Ah, yes. The munchies.
Lincoln Financial Field is an American football stadium located in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It serves as the home stadium of the Philadelphia Eagles of the National Football League and the Temple Owls football team of Temple University.
Temple plays there?
Temple plays there.
I mean, boy. Talk about not having to do much cleanup from Saturday to Sunday.
Right.
You don't have to worry about.
Well, you don't think that the thousands and thousands of Owls fans are there,
but
cheering on the Owls?
There is,
we're at 9 minutes.
Chicago people will always refer to the White Sox Stadium as Comiskey, even though I don't even know what that is now.
Yeah.
Also, the Sears Tower. Couldn't tell you what the name of that is anymore.
I think that's the Willis Tower. And I think that Comiskey has some stupid name. It's like...
It's all branded.
Yeah, but it's a terrible brand. Like, Lincoln Financial, it's not the best, but it's not the worst either, because you can shorten it to the Link. I think that Comiskey is like a better rate park or something like that. It's one of those terrible ones.
I always wonder, and I know Florida's going through it a lot too, where the Miami Heat Arena, which used to be American Airlines, the AAA people would call it American Airlines Arena, and then they bought by some crypto company and they went under. So now it's like just the Miami-Dade Arena.
Yeah.
But people, it doesn't matter. There can't be a less profitable return on investment in all of business than naming a field.
Because didn't the Staples Center finally get renamed too?
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. In LA, it's now, I don't know what it is. Boy, now I'm
I thought it was Crypto Arena.
It might be like Crypto FX or not FTX.
No, because that FTX
Crypto.com Arena.
Yeah.
You're right. But people, the thing is, once it's so ingrained in people, crypto's paying for nothing. Crypto.com. Because everybody in LA, everybody going there, oh yeah, we're going to Staples Center.
Staples Center, yeah.
Man, that's so strange. So strange. But yes, the big hoopla down in Arizona, the BHD.
The BHD is
today. Do you think Brother Mike is currently
half-
putting on his war paint on his face? Or
Currently. That's been on since last week. He's 6 beers in already. It's 10 a.m., 10:20 a.m.
I figure he is probably somewhere in some empty parking lot
Yes.
in a...
It used to be a building of some kind.
Yeah, a northeast...
in South Philly somewhere.
Yeah, a northeast February to where it's, 25 degrees.
Yeah.
Yet he's sitting out there crushing empty cans on his head. Mm-hmm. And then they've got some, crappy little pull-down screen in the back of someone's truck bed to watch the 8 hours of pregame show.
Yeah, there's probably a dunk tank that's filled with Miller Lite.
No question. No question. 100 degenerates just waiting to rush the downtown streets.
Yeah.
If the Philadelphia Eagles can pull it off in a little over, about 12 hours from now.
Yeah.
If they can win the Super Bowl.
Yes, sir.
Or the big hoopla.
Big hoopla down in Arizona. Yeah, I'm excited. This is I'm now. I think it was 6 years ago, 5 years ago, whenever it was
2017
when the Eagles went to the Super Bowl and they played Tom Brady and the New England Patriots and defeated them. I was
the Philly special.
The Philly special.
The one of the most that will go down as one of the most iconic plays in Super Bowl history. Mm-hmm. In my lifetime, there's probably the top three big hoopla moments that I'll remember forever. 1999, Tennessee Titans, St. Louis Rams. Steve, you probably remember right where you were.
Of course, yeah. 99, fall the January of 99. I was probably sitting in math class my senior year, watching the big game.
And it was where Kevin Dyson from the Tennessee Titans caught the ball over the middle of the field.
The dice, they called him. The dice, the gambler.
His arm.
Because he rolled the dice.
And ended up inches short of the goal line to win the game as time
expired. I actually do remember that.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
The Eagles, or not the Eagles, I'm sorry, the Giants and the Patriots, I forget the year, with the David Tyree catch on the helmet.
Yeah, the helmet catch.
And the Philly special in 2017. Mm-hmm. So there are other moments. It was the Steelers, I believe, in Arizona. Santonio Holmes' catch was outstanding. It's crazy how these moments get ingrained, because if you look at all the other games that don't have those moments, you're probably like, oh man, some of these games kind of suck.
Well, it seemed like for 10 years in a row, the Super Bowl was such a snore. Big hoopla
thank you.
Was such a snore.
Should we beep those?
Yeah, of course. I'm going to definitely go back and do that.
I see the notepad open. You're punching away at the timestamps. Yeah.
So I remember, it was 6 years ago when the Eagles were in the game. And I was excited about that. We had just moved into this house. So I threw myself a Super Bowl party for one. I went to the store and I got the closest thing I could find to cheesesteaks, which was Steakums, and made a bunch of Steakums. Put some Cheese Whiz on them. They're fantastic. And so leading up to this, I said to Annette, I was like, oh, I think I'm going to do that again. That was fun. And then I was talking to some people at work, and they were like, oh, no, there's a place here that makes really good cheesesteaks. So this morning I woke up and I placed the order for them, and I'm going to be going to pick them up at 5 o'clock today. And I am excited.
Philly cheesesteaks for the Philly guy?
Mm-hmm. As you can see, I'm wearing my wearing my Kelly green. Closest thing I got to team gear.
So nowhere in the 5-week playoff run or the 14-3 season they had did you think maybe I should get myself a piece of Philadelphia Eagles merch?
No.
Boy, Brother Mike is somewhere rolling in his yet to be dug grave.
This stuff costs a lot of money. Real expensive, the authentic gear these days.
Well, I'm not asking you to buy a Jalen Hurts authentic jersey, but maybe a knockoff Chinese-produced $15 T-shirt.
Right. Where Hertz is spelled wrong.
Yeah.
Spelled like the car company. Hertz.
Usually what I do is, if I have a rooting interest in the Super Bowl, and by rooting interest I mean I typically despise one of the teams, if that happens, I'll buy some merch for the other team.
Okay.
So in my closet is an Atlanta Falcons t-shirt from the 28-3 Super Bowl, a Baltimore Ravens t-shirt from the Baltimore Ravens versus San Francisco 49ers.
What are you doing tonight for the big game, by the way? The big hoopla?
Sitting at home.
You want to?
Nah.
Okay.
That's a, to be clear, that's a Sunday night still?
It is.
Okay,
yeah.
no.
Yeah. Okay.
Appointment, calendar, time, things to do.
Well, look, you got a lot of denials to make tomorrow at work.
I've got an oil thing on the driveway I got to do something with.
Oil slick. Cleaning up an oil slick.
There's just, a litany of items that I have to get to today. I have to do just copious amounts of research on the UFOs that are flying around this country now because I am terrified.
They're everywhere. I just think
I can't stop thinking about it.
We're changing subjects here. By the way, we're done with the BHD.
What's give me the one prediction before we move on to what everybody cares about, which is again the UFOs flying over North America, seemingly unencumbered and unbothered. Your big, your very large, big prediction.
Do you want my big prediction
for the big hoopla?
It's going to be the Birds 70-0.
Glad I went to you.
Mm-hmm. How about you? Do you have?
I don't. I think the Chiefs are going to win.
Ooh.
But I don't have.
Is Philly still favored? They were favored by like 1.5. 1.5.
Which at this point, that's pretty much a toss up.
Mm-hmm.
1.5 in a neutral site Super Bowl is. I would argue if there wasn't the Patrick Mahomes ankle injury 3 weeks ago, it's probably pick'em. But people still are questioning if he's fully healthy. But honestly, for the first time, I don't have a general sway of I think this is for sure going to happen, or I know this is going to happen, which doesn't matter anyway. Normally that doesn't end up happening.
Right.
But yeah, I think it's going to be the Chiefs, Steve. I do.
Okay.
I do. They're just that is a generational quarterback.
Do you have a rooting interest though?
No. I have.
You don't have hatred towards either team?
No, goodness no. Big fan of the Eagles. Always like watching Patrick Mahomes play for the Chiefs, and Andy Reid is possibly the most likable coach in football.
I did like earlier this week because it was media week, and they talked about how they were doing, I don't know, some kind of team introduction, or they had a bunch of players and coaches up on stage, and they said that Andy Reid was the only one where there wasn't one boo when he took the stage.
Yeah.
Because you can understand if people are going to boo an Eagle because they're a Chiefs fan or vice versa, but I thought that was cool that everybody just universally likes him, obviously, because he coached for 15 years or something in Philly,
right?
And so that I was happy when they won the Super Bowl, when I saw the Chiefs win the Super Bowl just for Andy Reid.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to be crushed if the Eagles lose,
right?
But it'll be nice for Andy Reid, good for him.
Yeah, It's so crazy, and it's granted it should not fall on him, but I'm glad to see that he is not tainted entirely in the public eye. Now I'm sure he's personally, emotionally not happy after what happened with his son last year, drunk driving arrest for not drunk driving. I forget the charge where he really, really, really hurt.
Didn't he kill him?
Did he?
I thought somebody died in that accident, but I could be wrong.
Either way, very bad. Like, I can't imagine the tribulations that Andy Reid, that family has gone through. I don't know how they treat the big hoopla down in Arizona when they have to see the world revere the guy's dad who gave him a job, maybe deserved him, but either way, it's it's good for him that he is still a beloved character or a beloved man. In both cities.
Yeah.
Both cities.
Yeah. All right. This concludes our talk on the BHD.
We'll see next year for the BHDN.
BHDN, yeah. BHDN. Because it's... that was a good one, man. Good one. Now, before we move on to talking about the UFOs that are flying unencumbered around the world, do you want to get to an early viewer mail time? Because I'm excited about this. Mainly because this one's a little bit different.
Okay.
Hey folks, viewer mail time again. Oh, here's one from Sally, age 14. Dear Pig.
Bum, bum, bum. This one's a little bit different.
Okay.
This was hand delivered.
Oh, okay.
Hand delivered right
Friend of the show, or
to an FOTP, a friend of the podcast, a FOTP, shall we say? His name is Cody Hayes.
oh, the name Cody Hayes rings a bell. Cody Hayes, I am sure, has sent us some of this stuff over the years in our studio right now, or maybe has sent us some of the stuff that we discarded from previous studio.
Cody Hayes, he was one of the few that got to come right to the compound here. Dropped it off in person.
So had to go through what we talked about, the routine.
Multiple gates.
Yep, the gates. You had to hit him in the head with a bat.
Right. Well, there's the background check that you have to
Right.
submit to weeks in advance.
And then he did the dizzy bat race after you hit him in the head with the bat.
Right.
And then back of the van, blindfold.
Cody had said, "Hey, I need to drop this thing off. So if you want to meet at a neutral site, no problem."
Sure.
He said he wasn't really up for the whole getting thrown in the back of the van and discombobulated and everything. I said, something,
Part of the deal.
just bring it right here. Bring it here. So I have no idea what this is. I did receive a hint, so I'm excited to see what is in this box.
Okay.
I think that there's something in there for both of us.
Yeah, so this says, again, it's a medium-sized box, very light. Mm-hmm. Very light. And on the inside flap says, just reusing a box, no mushrooms. Because it is a local food wholesaler.
Home-style breaded whole mushrooms.
And let me open this
That's
up.
good, because if there were mushrooms in there, I would throw them in the garbage.
Those would not survive. Reaching in, grabbing one item. You know what? Let me see if there's a card first.
Okay.
Or a note. Yeah. There is a note. That's what I should have looked for. Okay. First, Steve.
Yep.
A little wordy. Front and back.
Oh, boy.
I mean, honestly,
how's the penmanship?
Way too much spacing. All you have to do is plan out one iota of your spacing, and you don't have to go to the back.
Look, we're willing to look past that as long as we see how much money's in the envelope.
My apologies to the Redwood that had to suffer so Cody could have triple spacing. Dear Pig.
All right, off to a good start.
Thanks for the podcast. It's my favorite in the great city of Van Wert. Enjoy the gifts. Sincerely, Sally.
Age 14.
But for real, enjoy a pour on me. Kyle, enjoy the stamps. Open the one labeled 1 first. Oh boy, I really should have read the...
Enjoy the stamps.
Looks like it is as described.
Oh, so is it like one of those customized, like how you get customized return address label stamps?
I assume yours ran dry.
Oh, boy.
Okay, I'll open this up.
And I guess just use the box or something. So let's see what it is. What do we got?
Denied.
It's a red denied stamp.
That is outstanding. Says number 2. The box label number 2 is for when it really counts.
Okay.
So I would back-to-back stamp denied, and if that's not enough, I double stamp you're an idiot. That is an absolute delight.
Okay.
Thank you so much,
Beautiful.
Cody.
Beautiful, Cody.
Steve, I didn't get it a frame. Sorry. So that is some cardboard packing around there.
Okay. Let's see what we got here. A little folder.
What do we got here?
This is a vintage ad. There's a new truck on the road. It's built by Jeep. It's called Comanche. Look at that. An old Jeep Comanche ad. Oh, boy, I probably shouldn't take it out of that.
You know what, Steve? I think it'll be fine. I don't think it's going to lose any of its value. And by any, I mean...
Boy, it's got the tan interior. That's really nice. I like the tan over the gray. I have the gray, and it's all right, but I really do like the 2.5 liter electronic fuel injected 4, an optional 2.8 liter V6, and an optional 2.1
And here's
liter
some stickers for the wall.
Diesel.
Makers for a bourbon snob. I bought a mag drill for work, and it had stickers. So we've got... Nothing's better than drilling a good hole.
Oh, Cody, thank you so much. This is fantastic.
And a Maker's Mark whiskey
love this
sticker. Thank you so much,
I love this
Cody.
ad. I am framing this, hanging it up. Okay, if I use the
I was just looking around.
the show slush fund to
Oh, heavens no.
pay a couple $100 to have this thing.
Well, yeah, you need to go back to that last place.
Oh, yeah.
Where they,
Michael's.
for the Prohibition era prescription for whiskey.
$97.
I did neglect to say that it does appear that there is a little shooter of bourbon. I'm trying to see. Yes, small batch bourbon made in Kentucky.
All right.
Bottled by Willett. Oh, this is the good stuff.
You want to take a swig?
No.
No?
Not right now.
Come on. It's BHD.
Listen, I got a throat issue going on. It is the BHD.
That'll make you feel a little bit better.
I just need a prescription. Fully under the wrap here. Thank you so much, Cody. And you heard it here first, folks. The floodgates are open. You want to come by Steve's house?
No.
Just send a message. He will send you the Google map, the coordinates.
Cody got a special exception. You know why Cody got a special exception?
Did he tell you there was a Comanche ad coming your way?
Cody's a Jeep friend.
Oh, that's too bad.
More specifically, Cody's a Comanche friend. He's got a Comanche himself. So we have messaged back numerous times about Comanches. So when I took off the Weston Face step bumper a couple of weeks back and replaced it with the JT, the Gladiator for the layman bumper, Cody messaged me and said, "Hey, I could use that Weston Face step bumper." I was like, "Man, it's yours." And you know me. I love making a buck off of garbage.
Oh, my God. Or giving away garbage that you don't have to
In this case,
move an inch.
I wanted to sell this thing, but I was like, no. Cody's a good guy. He's a Comanche friend. He's a FODUP, as we talked about earlier, a friend of the podcast. I let him take it for free. He came here, picked up that rusty pile of garbage. I threw it in his truck, and off he went. Oh, you hitting the...
What a thrill for everybody involved.
You hitting the sauce?
I am going to take a sip of the Willett. I shouldn't have thrown that on the ground, apparently. Of the Willett small batch. Mm-hmm. This is... Man, I don't want to waste it. I feel like the Willett is really good stuff.
Go for it.
It's just a dab on the tongue. Just a dab.
No. You got to...
No. It's just going to be just...
50, it's like 2 ounces.
It's 50 milliliters.
Is it good?
I like it with ice.
You want me to get you some?
No.
I can go up and get you.
No, it is 10:40 in the morning on the BHD.
Right, but it's
I've got a pace.
Man, I just caught a whiff of that.
It's strong. It is strong.
It sure smells like it.
Thank you very much, Cody. I will absolutely be drinking that this afternoon. That is fantastic. As always, the address to send us stuff. Oh, did you want to put these
absolutely.
on the wall right now?
What am I doing? Oh, jeez. Yeah.
The 2 new stickers for the sticker wall. And as Steve mentioned, 2023 is the year that we would...
So close. This one.
Yeah. Is the year that we would love to fill this door full of stickers from all around from our listeners, whether it's personal to you or whether it is local to you or means something to the podcast or something related to the podcast. We would love to add those to our sticker wall. That is, you can find the address for that in the show notes of the podcast, or you can just DM us for that as well if you'd like to send something directly here, whether it be from a website or whatever. But again, right in the show notes here as we look to expand on the sticker wall. And Steve, I think we should maybe post an updated photo of our sticker wall. So we haven't done that in quite a while, to show the burgeoning size of it and the number.
I like that.
Oh,
one
that's where
sticker
that tinny was coming from. It was the headphones.
Oh, was it that?
Yes.
That one sticker that Cody sent. It says, "Nothing's better than drilling a good hole."
A delightful addition. That is, I love seeing that. We need to get to the UFOs, but I did not want to get too far removed. By too far removed, I mean we're only 30 minutes removed from the audio of your personal follow-up about Annette insulting your core being.
Yeah.
Less than 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You said the follow-up last week, for anybody who didn't hear the episode, one, you should go back and listen, was, Steve, you sufficiently thought about it, considered what to do, found the ample time and place to bring it up to her, and succinctly shut up and bottled it and pushed it down.
Yeah. Way down inside. Deep down inside.
Is that still, do you think, is
Absolutely.
that the final update?
It's her world. I'm just living in it.
Okay.
That's what it seems like.
All right. Well, we got a Snip Steve who is too terrified. I love it, though. I do the same thing.
I know.
I would.
What do I do?
Yeah, a million years I wouldn't sit down at lunch and take a bite of my ham sandwich. Wipe my chin. Hey, you know what you said earlier?
I've been stewing in this for about 2 weeks now.
That really hurt my feelings. She goes, yeah, what are you going to do about it? And then you promptly sink into a hole that you've now created in your chair.
Nothing, dear.
I say nothing, I'm sorry.
Would you like more ham?
But the big news, and the one that legitimately has me terrified, are the UFOs that have been shot down, which I believe is it 3?
Shot down?
Yes.
Where'd this happen?
Off the coast of Alaska?
And
off of the Yukon Territory in Canada by using a United States F-22 to do it.
What is it? Do we know?
You know what this screams? No, we could never find anything.
So when did this happen? They legitimately shot down a UFO?
Yeah. So we're now at 3. We are now at 3. And here it comes. Here comes the whitewashing by the government, Steve.
U.S. shoots down unidentified cylindrical object over Canada. This is from Reuters 1 hour ago.
Yep.
Oh, hey there.
Sorry, it really wants to watch.
I got. Do you want to listen to a quick story?
Yeah. Let's play some news because I haven't dissected a ton of data and it's or news about it outside of, hey, this is not a fun development for my anxiety.
Okay, again, this is from Reuters. Let's see what they have to say.
Today, at the direction of the Prime Minister, aircraft assigned to NORAD successfully took down this high-altitude airborne object at approximately 3:41 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. To the best of our knowledge, this was the first time that a NORAD operation has downed an aerial object. The object was flying at an altitude of approximately 40,000 feet, had unlawfully entered Canadian airspace, and posed a reasonable threat to the safety of civilian flight. The object was downed approximately 100 miles from the Canada-United States border over Canadian territory in central Yukon. Working in collaboration with our partners.
Blah, blah, blah.
So that is one of 3.
Whoa.
One of 3.
That's amazing. Wait, when did they shoot down the other 2?
The one was off the coast of Alaska was, I want to say, 3 days ago. And now, as of last night, 9:30, another one shot down over north. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe this was the same one over northern Canada, temporarily closing airspace in Montana.
Whoa!
So now
this is it. Like it's happening.
It's so funny.
I'm getting. Look at that. I got chills from
less than a week ago, Steve. I rewatched Signs, and that movie has stuck with me for decades since I first saw it. So in my head, it doesn't matter what Chuck Schumer just said, which is that all 3 objects were balloons. Because you know what I believe?
I don't believe in balloons.
If aliens were to come, and they just wanted to do a little test-a-rooney.
Yeah.
A little look-see-loo.
You float a balloon down there?
Well, they wouldn't go to Manhattan,
Yeah.
right?
See what these idiots do with this balloon.
Let's
They're
go over
they're gonna
this.
chase it across the country and then shoot it down.
Yeah, let's go over this, iced tundra in the Yukon territory,
Yeah.
and let's see what they got. And then, an F-22 from 3,000 miles away takes 4 hours to get there and shoot it down with 2 bullets. Aliens laughing their butts off in outer space watching this because they're like, okay, so when we invade, we know we've got them because if that's the best they've got, they're done.
In your lifetime, you're in your late 20s.
That's right. Weeks away from my early 30s.
In your lifetime, will you witness a news report? And I'm not talking on Alex Jones or anything, but you turn on a network nightly news where they say an alien has been captured and is in custody.
Whew.
And then maybe we see a picture or a short video clip of it like...
Yeah, with tentacles or whatever.
Yeah.
So there's like 45 handcuffs because they don't know what else to do.
Right. There's just a bunch of people holding onto it like it's a float at the Macy's parade.
Yeah, absolutely. One of them's got like a cattle prod. Like that's going to do it.
Do we see that news story in our lifetime?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so. I think
we're there, man. It's like in the last 5 years, the government decided like, screw it. Like we've been lying to these people for so long. Let's just let them know.
we are getting closer and closer to this much more mainstream acceptance that the idea that this isn't insane. And that is, I believe the Navy released a ton of papers on this 3 to 4 years ago about their fighter pilots encountering UFOs and things that they can't explain, and alongside video of that as well, whether it be what you can refer to as dancing lights that move. If it's a vehicle, it doesn't move like any vehicle we've ever seen. And, I mean, this dates back, though, obviously to Roswell in the 40s, but it really picked up in the 50s and 60s with these reports. Can I count you in?
Yes. Yeah, I'm 100% in. I don't even know what you're going to say, but I'm 100% in.
I'm going to put it on the poll because I'm just glad that, well, I haven't been as vocal about this, but of my 2 biggest fears, I would argue, in the top 5, I should say, sharks.
I see you're wearing your
That's right.
I'm scared of sharks shirt right now.
That's right, and I apologize. I already forgot who sent this to us.
Toby gets
And aliens.
Okay.
And that's mainly because
What about?
we don't stand a chance against either. If those sharks
about
get
it?
feet, Steve, and they're mainland,
What about?
whew.
What about alien sharks?
Oh, no, let's not do that. My anxiety can't handle that. How do you want me to sleep tonight? How do you want me to be able to go to bed?
Oh man, this stuff interests me so much.
Yes.
Granted, I'm terrified of it. I never want to witness an alien invasion. If we do, I hope we beat the hell out of them. And but we won't because they're obviously far more sophisticated and advanced than we are. If they made it, through billions of light years or through other dimensions or wherever they came from, they're probably going to take us out pretty easily. They're just messing with us now.
And that's what I mean. This was let's see what they've done since we last checked on them, Roswell 80 years ago.
Right.
And, the drunk idiot Boo Boo X crashed into New Mexico.
Yeah.
Right? So it's been 80 years. Let's go see what they're doing. So they send a few of their dumbest things they can possibly send, their version of mannequins or crash test dummies.
Right.
Over iced area just to see what governments will do.
Let's see what these idiots will do.
And again, now they're giggling in their outer space human slave factories that they've built, waiting to come suck us up there.
Yep.
Because we now have to build them a new planet. If you were to text or ask Annette right now, what would you guess is her answer? And I'll text and ask Katie. Do you believe in aliens or UFOs? However you want to refer to it.
Do you believe in life outside of our planet?
Okay, I will text Katie. You text, because I would be curious what Annette, because Annette's super down to earth. I don't feel like Annette's reading a
Do you
novel.
believe that there is life outside of our planet? Send.
Okay, do you believe that there is life outside our planet? And send. Because Annette seems to me like someone who, if you came up there, if I went up there with her and said, hey, You're not going to believe this, but Lee Harvey Oswald was just having a bad day at work. And he got caught in some funny business that he wasn't even a part of.
Look, he was just blowing off some steam.
Yeah.
A little target practice in the old 6th floor.
And because
school book depository,
the government was super concerned about it, they sent this big butthole Jack Ruby to finish the job so he couldn't talk. You're not going to believe it. Would she laugh me out of the room at these conspiracy theories or discussions? Or would she be like, you know what? Maybe you're onto something with that.
I don't think that she would really, well, for one, care. I don't think you're getting a captive audience with her.
On any conspiracy theory?
No.
So if you bring that same Reuters news story, video, up to her and say, have you seen the news? You're not going to believe it.
Yeah.
UFOs. 3 of them. In 72 hours. You think she's, don't care.
I don't know about don't care. I just don't think that she's going to believe that it's a alien spaceship.
So she's going immediately
to the
think rational.
Like, yeah, there's a rational explanation for this.
Rogue weather balloon, another Chinese balloon trying to gather intelligence.
Like secret military aircraft, something like that.
Katie's kind of dancing around the topic here for me.
Oh, boy.
Reed, my son, my heart, says, yeah, he knows. He knows. He's 4. He knows.
Yeah.
He's not oblivious to this fact. He's not brainwashed.
Yeah.
Katie says, I think that different planets offer different things, so life on other planets might not be like life on ours, but life nonetheless. I didn't expect to read like a Robert Frost poem. That makes me feel so insignificantly small.
Yeah.
In the scope of the
universe.
universe.
I mean, I always go back to the that documentary, Men in Black.
Yeah.
Where the galaxy was on Orion's belt.
Yeah. And that was, again, unsanctioned by the United States government.
So that was an entire galaxy was living within the orb that was hanging around a kitty cat's neck.
Unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
And again, that's what the government...
The documentary,
yes,
Men in Black.
That's what the government doesn't want you to see. So thank goodness for Agent K and Agent J doing the good work.
Yeah.
To get that out to the masses.
Got no reply from Annette yet.
She's done playing entertaining your game.
So pissed.
She made her opinions known to you 3 weeks ago. She saw the way you sat back and have decided to simply internalize that and move on. And she now knows, I don't need to entertain this madness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is this something that are you going to be thinking about this later? Maybe Evelyn or Nikki B down for a nap, and you're like, you know what? I'm going to start doing some more reading on the UFOs.
Oh, absolutely! I'm going to do more reading on this.
Good, because listen, it sounds like right now it's you and I against apparently your wife, who didn't have an opinion quick enough.
Right. Not that she's busy or anything.
I'm just reading more stories about this. Pilots later gave differing reports of what they observed.
Of course they did. They weren't all on the same page yet. So what did they see?
Some pilots
green men giving thumbs up out the window?
Or middle fingers. Some pilots said the object interfered with their sensors on the planes, but not all of them reported experiencing that. Some pilots claimed to have seen no identifiable propulsion on the object and could not explain how it was in the air, despite it cruising at an altitude of 40,000 feet. This isn't a CNN article. This isn't UFO truth to the people.blogspot.
Yeah. Great site, by the way.
I follow it every day.
Lots of info.
Active member of the...
Lots of info.
Aliens are real 69. That's me. In a statement Saturday...
Okay, hold on. Got a reply to the question, do you believe that there is life outside of our planet? Interesting approach that my wife took, replying in the form of an emoji.
Oh. There's not that many. So if she's answering, it's either going to be a check mark or an X. But I'm thinking...
Actually, she's elaborating.
Okay, because my thinking is that it's going to be the little green man. Isn't there a little green alien emoji?
A little green alien face.
Is that what it is?
It's not. It is Female, palms up to the sky, going,
Okay. So she hasn't thought about it. So
and then
you know
she
what-
says, not really. Like plant life and organisms, yes, but not people or animals.
Okay. So her and Katie are sheep just following the herd.
Yeah.
You and I.
Little green men
Yes.
flying around in little saucers
Yes.
with that little like glass bubble on the top so they can see where they're going.
And isn't this convenient, Steve? In a statement on Saturday, U.S. Northern Command said it has no new information to share about the object's capabilities, purpose, or origin, but noted that recovery efforts are being affected by Arctic weather conditions. Isn't that convenient?
Really.
It's unclear what it looks like,
Well, that's all right.
where it came
Look,
from.
It took them 70 years to find Steve Rogers in the ice.
And what year are we in on James Brown's legs? Mm-hmm. So they're searching everywhere for these things.
Yeah.
What are we more likely to find first, the UFO wreckage or James Brown's legs?
James Brown's legs. I mean, the conspiracy is strong on that one, but not nearly as strong as UFOs.
Right, and it's not nearly as long lasting.
No.
This for me, this is all I care about for the next
This
10
is
days.
the story of the year for me.
I'd agree. I would agree. For me, it's going to be hard to. I'm immediately not going to believe anything anybody says in terms of government officials about this. So
Right.
they're in an impossible spot with me
Yep.
because
Even if you
well,
show
we,
me-
we can't find it, and then they're doing to the American people what Annette just did to you.
Right.
Palms up, shrug emoji.
Well, where's the video? Because you know that they have it. The fact
From
that
all
they,
those fighter
they-
jets,
I mean,
yes.
they have video of these things from like the last 20 years.
That's a good point. Where is it? Why isn't it
Where's
released?
the video? Let's go.
Where's the wreckage?
We pay your taxes, or our taxes pay your salary.
Hey, you trying to hit a quota or something? That what we all complain about with
Yeah.
police? Okay, good.
Yeah. All right, so it's official. Aliens live amongst us.
I love this, though. I love
Me
this.
too.
I'm planning
I
on
love
coming
it.
back here next Saturday, hitting record, and doing nothing but talking about UFOs again.
Hold on. Did a new podcast
Oh, my gosh.
just emerge? I mean, this is kind of an offshoot of our offshoot history of the mystery.
Right. I mean, UFO, it would be obviously be maybe conspiracy cast, but all I want to talk about is UFOs.
Yeah, it's got to be more focused. Trying to think of a good name.
I mean, Alien to Alien. Alien Zode 1. Just using Apple Soda themes.
Alien soda.
Steve, I had a bit of an emergency, and I apologize for putting you on the spot, and I only say you because you have to see if you can find what I need. Mm-hmm. I woke up yesterday or a couple days ago, and I realized I am in shambles.
Oh, no. What happened?
I'm a mess. I don't know where to go from here,
Okay.
and I need guidance.
All right.
And then I thought, I already have that guidance. I just need to call for it.
Okay. You need my help?
No, you couldn't do anything for me.
Okay.
There's not one item on the long, long list of things I would need that you, Steve, can provide.
Mm-hmm.
But it's someone that we both know that can provide. I didn't see on the way in this morning is the Beard Father nearby this morning.
I don't know. I mean,
It's been a long time.
it's been a long time. He's a busy man.
He had a really busy fall. I don't know with what. I just know he wasn't around all fall
Well,
and winter.
I mean, we can assume that we know what he was up to. Do you want me to go see if he's here?
Can you check if he's here? Do we have... Oh, okay.
I mean, I'll check. No guarantees.
Was that just a waft
Of
of
garlic?
extra virgin olive oil? Steve going to check into the living room.
Hey, Beard Father. Beard Father?
Man, I hope he's here.
In luck. You are in luck.
Excuse me while I step away from the mic just to do my quick curtsy to the man.
He's walking in.
Mr. Beardfather, it is.
Oh, boy, look at... I love the suit.
Looking, Deb. That's what we call a three-piece.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, here you go, sir.
Looking just immaculate
Please
today,
take my mic.
Mr. Beardfather. Mr. Beardfather, I come to you today with hat in hand.
What do you need?
As you can see from my face, It's been quite some time since our last meeting.
Speed it up.
And I am in shambles. If you could please, sir.
I got places to be today.
What do you... Beardfather, I'm so sorry to interrupt. Where do you have to be today?
Today, the day of my daughter's wedding, you come to me with this. A need for advice.
I mean, I can only
That
apologize.
is very selfish, but the Beardfather will oblige. What do you need, my son?
I need guidance. What do I do? Should I just shave it all off and start over? In a rash maneuver? What next step should I take, Mr. Father?
Let me ask you first. When was the last time you did any maintenance on the beard?
Beardfather, Mr. Beardfather, we trimmed it above the Adam's apple 5 days ago. In terms of length control on the beard itself, I regret to inform you, Mr. Father, it's been quite some time since my last confession.
You did not need to tell me that because I knew by looking at it. Because it looks like garbage.
I'm so sorry.
Of all days, you come to me today, the day of my daughter's wedding.
Please, sir, I'm open
Now
to...
I must leave. Arrivederci.
Every time he comes...
Didn't expect that.
I can't tell you the last time he actually gave advice.
Well, look, I'm not going to be the one to tell Beardfather that. That's
No, heavens, no. I'm so sorry. I would never, Mr. Father. If you could still hear me, that's not what I meant. Steve said it. The last thing I need is another horse head in my bed. I'm at it. Listen, I see you're as light as a feather over there on the facial hair.
Yeah. I trimmed her back a bit the other day. We were going off to a fancy dinner. Wanted to look my best.
So I'm trying to figure out. I don't know what to do. I don't know as we approach spring.
What do you mean?
here.
You just got advice.
I did just get told that I knew it looked bad, and then I have to go.
So you don't do the normal trims.
I do when I remember or when I feel it getting too long. And I can tell, you can usually tell when you look in a mirror, you can see it kind of
those wiry
scraggly.
ones,
Yes, and they're sticking out a little too
See,
far.
now let's see here. Turn to the side. Now what I would do, because you're thicker down here, you're a little lighter up here.
Yeah.
So I would embrace that and trim down further.
You think like closer to the bottom of the lip, trim
Closer,
down?
yeah, trim it down further, so
Okay.
that way you get the thick patch.
Okay.
Go over the whole thing with a nice uniform length. Maybe get rid of the mustache altogether.
Okay, you're trying to get me to do a chin strap.
No.
I see the game you're trying to play. And I haven't had a chin strap in probably 18 years.
That's a good thing.
But everybody has that, right?
Yeah.
Does every teenage boy at some point have a chin strap?
Yeah, because you can't do anything else.
Nothing else that they can possibly do. All right, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to trim it a little lower.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and keep the top, the mustache
You
part.
need to do the...
I need to trim that, too.
Well, the mustache, you need to trim it across the lip, too.
Right. Yeah.
You got to even it up because, you got the
it's
long
hanging
wiry
low,
ones.
and
Yeah, it's not
I
good.
hate that, too.
It's not good.
You can feel it in the shower when the
Yeah.
water kind of weighs it down.
Right.
And it's like over
Yeah,
your lip.
you heard
in
the
your
Beard
mouth.
Father.
Yeah.
You look like...
And who am I to tell him no? Mm-hmm. Again, last thing I need. You ever had to pay for dry cleaning on a bedspread after you had to remove a horse head?
I can't say that I have.
Whew. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Which, if I had one, again, I would take that right to the Beard Father.
Just make sure that it's not the day of his daughter's wedding.
I got to tell you, I never know when I can talk to the man. And I always feel like I've interrupted something very, very vital in his life. And one has to question the genetics behind having this many daughters in this quick of a time span.
Because the Beard Father, he's obviously a traditional man. He would not stand for his daughter to be divorced this many times.
No, goodness no. Well, if it... if she had been, the prior husband is no longer with us.
No, he's
and much like Luca Brasi.
Luca Brasi,
he got Luca.
He's swimming with the fish or sleeping with the fishes.
I can only thank him. Mostly because I'm terrified of saying anything else to him.
I think he brings you a lot of good advice.
Yeah,
and
he's a good man. He's a good man. I appreciate it all the time. Should have asked for his thoughts on UFOs.
Maybe next week. Maybe we can.
He didn't have time for the beer discussion.
I don't know. He might. I'll talk with his secretary on the way out. Maybe he's got an opening next week.
Well, if this is it, folks, we all had a good run as humanity.
Do you think that we'll be back here recording next week? I mean, 50-50 at best?
I think that's a fair number to put on it. Because this is front of my mind for the next, until we're wiped off the face of the earth. I'm going to be thinking about how right I was that UFOs are real. And how everybody laughing over the decades and years are now made to look the fool. As we have them... Boy, reading that article just reinvigorated. Because, you read the report that says, 3 more balloons. But then you hear those pilots.
Yeah.
Mess with our sensors.
Exactly.
We didn't know how it was how it was moving.
Yep.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back, baby.
No propulsion system. Big thanks to our friend Cody Hayes.
Yes.
Stopped by the compound last night. Dropped off. Oh, those stamps are phenomenal.
Yeah, I think those stay here.
Right, so when all of our official documents and papers come in, we can...
Yeah, immediately they're denied, and, let's be honest, they're also an idiot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Cody. Those are lovely.
Make sure you go to @StephenKyle on Facebook and RSVP to the night before the Side Gig Karaoke Fest coming up in April. I believe it's April 7th.
That's right.
Friday, April 7th. We're going to have a good time. That is going to be a fun night, and I'm looking forward to karaokeing the night away with some friends of the podcast, some fod-ups. So @StephenKyle, specifically on Facebook, but also Twitter and Instagram.
Can we get rid of the T on that? Go Fops? Can we go Fops?
No, I think you need the T.
You need the T for the? All right.
Look, if we're doing BHD, you got to do Fops.
You're right. You're right.
Fod-ups.
Absolutely right.
All right, I think that is just about it. Oh, look at that, Robert. Robert is still hanging on.
Under the wire.
Appreciate it, buddy. All right, we'll talk to you next week.